Alright, let's do a thing. September 20th, trading recap. This was I think my most tickets ever. I don't think I've ever seen it come that far down the screen yet. That tells you how good my day was. It's a minus like 2.5 hour day. I just finished fighting back. It took me all day. Took me almost to the close. Alright, Smile Direct Club was the first one, and I had that funny feeling I should have just left it there. So it had no news other than Wall Street Bets squeeze. It was the only thing going north pre-market. Everything else was gapping down with SPY, and I mean everything was. So I took it on a 1 minute breakout, and I mean this is such a disaster over here. It's just not even. It isn't. And I was looking for 740 up here. Anyway, 1 minute breakout. I have no idea which one of these it was. Obviously made money on it, but I didn't even make a half an hour. I don't know how, because I partialed big up here. Whatever is what it is. Came down, stop loss, break even on the rest. Then down here, after a quick recess, SPY finally started to fall. It didn't right off the hop, and then it did. And I know I was chasing. I mean, obviously I was chasing, but this was the level right here, 695, and so it dropped at a 1 minute 3-bar play right here, and I got sucked in. I got sucked in good and proper. It did peekaboo below by a penny or two. And then yeah, I started stopping out. This was a full stop out, basically, because I saw, yeah, they just ripped me. Then, oh yeah, it gets good. So then I flipped short again, because SPY was doing the infinite dump here. Flipped short, got ripped. No, that's a lie. So went short, stopped out, went long now, because I knew they had the shorts trapped, but didn't take profit. I just decided I didn't need to take profit, so that's what this one represents. So I could have had 1 hour. I stopped break even. Then this was a 5 minute 3-bar play, shown like here. It was above all of this resistance. I went long. Again, I could have had partials. Obviously I didn't want them, so I got out, stopped break even, because at that time there were the odds and end stocks that were ripping. Bounced off this level perfectly and then came back down. So SDC, I don't know. I didn't even know what to say about stocks like this. It didn't have that high institutional ownership. Otherwise I would have written a note here. Volume wasn't crazy. It did have short float on it, which should have led me to be way more long biased and weary of shorts than I was right here. I went long 3 times and short once, so I guess I was kind of long biased on it. And then there it did the infinite curl down dump right here. Could have gone either way here because of sitting on support. Lucid I traded next. LCID, no news, just like everything. This one had a ton of volume pre-market, and me and a lot of other people were looking at this thing short to squeeze the 100 mil volume from Friday, because it opened below Friday's open. It opened down here under this moving average, so I was looking at a short with everyone else to wreck these shorts, and so I went short completely on FOMO, 100%. SPY tanked. This thing started tanking. I saw it break below 2180, which was the low of the day, and I went short and got ripped. I mean, there is no excuse for it, none. It doesn't really matter. The other me probably would have then got in here at 2170 when they peekabooed down there and still got ripped. So I don't know where the strength is coming from here today. It's going to close higher than it did the previous day, and I don't know where that strength is coming from considering everything else is down. I'm looking at the Qs. The Qs are down pretty big here. Alright, what do we got? STC, LCID, LI. This was another one where they shook the tree. This one had a catalyst, so I was fairly short biased on it. Here was a perfect 1 minute 3-bar play. It was the same play as the last one that I got ripped on. Same thing, same time of day, exact same minute, and then it had a 3-bar play, and I thought, oh, this is going to be perfect. It bounced right here. I saw it bounce. I didn't have time to do anything about it. It bounced right here off pre-market lows, like to the penny, and then came back up. Stopped out. Then it made this wedge. I went short at the complete right place. I was watching this thing like a hawk. This was the last trade of the day I did, I believe. This was to recover, so I was down like probably 4R or something. Yeah, I was down like 4.5R, and I wiped out like 2R of that. I don't know how, but I did. So I went short at the right place. It just couldn't get above. It was doing the curl down. Did one last final to wreck longs, trap longs who thought. Anyway, yeah, I went short here for the curl down. Noticed it wasn't happening. It was supposed to happen because the trend line was here before. I took like a 1.5-hour partial, and then I held the rest of the day. I had this drawn in the wrong place. This was the close from over here, and I had it about 10 cents different. I had it at the low, which is that tiny candle. Otherwise, I would have had partial. I would have had noticed. I had my partial sitting down here at 26.40, and it should have been up here. So I just stopped out here near the end of the day. Market's open for another 17 minutes, something like that. So STC, LCID, lie, hot comes next, and then there's CLF, and that's it. Thank goodness, finally. So what did I do here? Yeah, this thing was super strong when SPY was tanking. I guess the beginning part of it was strong. 5-minute 3-bar play is shown here. Thrust, it was kind of messy, but there's not much you can do. I went heavy size on this, like heavy size. Why did I go heavy size long when it was gapping down? Because I thought it was your typical fake out. It was at a liquidity zone. It looked like it rejected it right off the hop, and it was going north, and I was looking for 870. I thought this was, and for a while it really was. It really wanted to, and if SPY didn't start tanking right here, I think it would have done it. But I got in heavy, paper cut. Got in heavy again for the break. And then when I noticed it just wasn't going. And usually these trend lines are usually pretty severe when it chops around behind it and then breaks. And then I was like, okay, well, now they faked it out to the long side. Now it's really gonna go. So I mean, and that's usually what happens. Full stop out, whatever. I mean, I've seen them do that so many times. I would do that every single day of the week. Like that's just one of those. It is what it is. By about here, I should have seen this was a triple top. But I was down so much already while trading hot over here. I was already so down from trading these stocks that I don't think I was thinking clearly anymore. CLF. This one was good. It stopped me right to the penny. That was fantastic. So I went for the curl down. There was no volume done down here other than this early, which I'm fine with. So SPY was tanking hard at this point. I noticed it went north here on absolutely zero volume, none, and it wasn't doing it. So I got short for this low of day. I got short for the low of day before, so I had wiggle, and I wanted to see what it would do. Oh, sorry, that wouldn't be low a day, but whatever this is, previous day close, or something like that. I don't know what the heck it is. Maybe it's pre-market low. Anyway, got short, added in. I think this, yeah, I think I went like 2R risk on this. Refused to take profits, stopped myself at break even because the average between these two, literally to the penny, I got top tick and then it came back down. Then I got back in short and it came back down and got pretty much top ticked again, and then it went to 2R, and I would have been looking down here for my target on it. What's a guy to say, really? I don't know. I don't even know how that happens. Like twice you can just get omega wrecked like that. It's fantastic, really. Kudos to whoever did it. Good job, boys. I don't know how I fixed this. This is a disaster, clearly. STC, LCAD, Hut, LI, CLF, Becky. Yeah, let's trade Becky. Yeah, this was the one, but it was too late, and there was no entry criteria to get in on. Becky was that one that this entire time kept falling, where none of these did. They just kept chopping around. Becky just fell for no reason. I was looking for the low. This was all-time low at 1530, and I was looking for it. I'm like, okay, like somewhere here, but there was nothing that I could enter on. I definitely wasn't gonna go short past all-time lows. That's super dangerous. So glad I didn't, because I very easily could have. Yeah, well, this thing too. So this thing's having a bad day. Also on my watch list, didn't trade it though. VIX is back up at 27. VIX is having a heck of a day. Tick. And SPY is not having a good time. Look at how long we've been holding this. It's either 50 or 100. It's 50. We are pretty far outside of it, so this would be like a 2 or 3 sigma day for sure. Now the question is what happens next. So SPY at 2%, and from open down another 0.5%. Yeah, it's not looking good. There's no volume where it is. There's no volume where it is right now. So I can see it coming down to 420 or back up to 440. Probably up, because why not? Stocks only go up. That day I recovered about an hour or something. Could have been a lot better if on LI. This is going to be such a long rant, but I don't care. If I wouldn't have taken half the position off here, and I don't know why I took half the position off. Oh, because of this giant volume spike. That's why I did. Past 27, and then it came back up. If I wouldn't have taken half the position off and I would have left it all for here, I would have been in a lot better shape. I'd have half that loss. Oh well, it is what it is.